Welcome back, everybody, to our beautiful, thriving little village of Waldbrand. This is episode 2 of our Manor Lords playthrough. I think we've set ourselves up really nicely. We have a lot of food. We have some gardens going on in the backyards that you can see there. We have an absolutely amazing hunting camp that's bringing us back countless meats as well as hides. And now we're looking forward to expanding our village, growing some level 2 burgages, and really just trying to survive throughout the winter. I think we have a good foundation in place that we can do so. Now it's time to just put the extra little pieces in and see what happens when the snow starts to fall. So first things first, I was just having a quick look at our village before we started the recording, and over here, if it was just a reminder that we had our original settlement over here, and we added these roads just for ease of access to where we were actually going to build. Not a big fan of some of these, so we're actually going to remove that road. We'll come back in here and we'll just kind of curve this road over here. I think that's fine. That way it's one road that just goes all the way across to where the berry storage is going to be. And in case they need to cross over here, we'll add a straight road down there. Looks a little prettier. I'm not quite sure what we're going to throw in here just yet, but that way we have a straight shot road to our berry patch. Now, another thing we'll do, I'm not going to do it just yet because we have 40 berries in there. I'd rather wait until that gets cleared out. I'm actually going to dump this back to probably right at this bend somewhere. I was thinking originally it would be good to have it right on the berry bushes, but it's a long travel, so if we can meet them halfway, that way the people that are working the granary only have to come to here, and then the workers can go the rest of the way. So that's something we'll do here, probably in the wintry months when the berries are in their off season. Second road work that I want to clean up is I didn't realize that we have this going right to our hunting camp, which is great. We want that, but we also need to connect it somewhere up. Do I need to connect it somewhere up here? I actually think we might be okay. Maybe we just put a road here just so there's a couple ways the folks can enter. Just like a simple road there, just to add a little bit of flavor, some extra room in there. Because one thing our level 2 burgage plots are going to need is clothing stalls. So we have this beautiful, amazing hunting camp that is doing absolutely incredible so far, hunting tons of animals, bringing back a lot of hides. In fact, how many hides do we have? We currently have 29 in storehouse, as well as whatever's already at the camp. I think we need to build up a tannery, and we're probably going to put it somewhere around here to make it so that we can start getting some clothing, especially as September ends, going into the colder months. Not quite sure I like the hitching post there, because let's be realistic, if the ox is being used for transporting our lumber, basically somebody's going to have to go all the way out here, bring the ox back, and then deliver it. I'd much rather the ox be in similar locations. So do we have enough? We actually have enough planks right now where I can upgrade this to a stall, or a stable rather, and that can now house 2 ox in one location. So let's get that started. We'll click on this hitching post and we'll bring it up right beside this other one and eventually turn that into a stable as well. And we'll have a lot of ox ready to go, help us with all the movement. I think that's all the cleanup that I had in mind. So we'll start the gameplay again, get things going. We currently have 6 families with 10 houses, so we still have room for expansion there. Just trying to look at what other things we can get up to help speed up some of this processes. We have 6 timber. We'll probably want somebody to go into the logging camp in a moment. We currently have 8 firewood in stock, plus 41 here, so we'll want a little bit more logging. Nobody at the saw pit at the moment, so that's fine. I'm wondering if we start tackling this rich stone deposit. There's 900 stone we're going to want to collect. In fact, that's probably... Ooh, another bandit camp spotted. Where's that one? That's over in Immenruth. So again, we have a couple down here in this little region. We have 1 in Immenruth. I haven't spotted the army of von Barenroot just yet, so we'll keep an eye on that, because clearing these out, just a reminder, you actually are given a lot of wealth to use within your community, so we kind of want to beat them to at least a couple of those. But right now, our militia is only possible of 11 men. That is nowhere near enough to take over a bandit camp, so we'll hold up on that. I think it's time we start getting some clothing in here. Let's go ahead and plot down Does that make sense to put a tannery there? That's pretty close to the market. It's about halfway to our camp. I think that's a perfect spot to put our tannery. We'll go ahead and let that play out. So now we have everything that I had on my list, which was redo some of the roads, add a road to the hunting ground. Tannery's good. Upgraded the stable so we have 2 slots for the 2 cattle. Move the hitching post for future ox. We just built the tannery. I think as we start cutting some of these out, we'll shift the logging camp back so they don't have to travel super far. And once we clear out more, we're probably going to want to go ahead and add in a forester's hut as well. But I think for now, we're just going to progress this, get those few items built. Construction done. So there's the second hitching post. That'll be useful in the future. And here goes our stable, which will be absolutely incredible to have going for us. We should be able to attract some new families here shortly as well. Homelessness is still being remembered by our villagers, which is a little unfortunate, but eventually that'll be a thing of the past. I think we need to throw somebody in. There goes the lumber for that. See, that's why the ox up there together is perfect. We have 2 people bringing it. That's going to put already half of the transported goods, and we don't even have a family over there to start building. So this is a perfect thing. I think we're going to want a second person into the granary here in just a minute. What do we got here? Got not a lot there. I think I'm going to pull this person off the storehouse quickly and throw them into the granary, because I'm hoping we can get them to empty this out for us before the winter months, so I can actually pull the forester hut just a little bit down. This is where you have to start using your brain power, thinking through strategies. Logistics is a massive part of this. We probably want to upgrade this storehouse shortly as well. We are currently running a bit low on timber, so I think, how much? Hey, we had a new family move in. Perfect timing for that one. So we have a new family that's located right here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to pause it momentarily. I'm actually going to take this family. Where do they live? They live here. They're the hunters. I'm going to reassign this family to work at the logging camp. And then we're going to take the brand new family who just showed up, and we are going to assign them as hunters at the camp. Basically, I want to keep this whole section open for anything that I plot over here, including the farm. And I want to keep this section free for all of our beautiful jobs up here. So kind of just a reshifting around. It shouldn't impact the gameplay much. That new family will take over the stall momentarily. We also have tannery being built. We now have a family that'll get us some more logs, because we're going to be running out of those very, very shortly. Did we just have another family settle? I think we just had another family settle, or maybe that was a family member. Doesn't look like it. I think we just gained a family member. That still needs to be focused. You hear somebody exclaiming berries, berries. You love to hear them conversing with each other, trying to sell their goods and services to each other. I think we might need to cool it on the fuel here momentarily, because we are running out of a lot of logs. So I'm actually going to pull the woodcutter's lodge off. We can check this to make sure that we're not making a mistake. We have 100% fuel. All of our houses, even the ones that have no family living in them yet, have fuel in them. So I think we can ease off. 12 months of fuel, even if you cut that in half, should be more than enough fuel with expansion to get us through the winter. We now have the tannery open. We want to make sure we assign a family to that. Do we have a new family somewhere over here? Not yet, because we haven't had a new family move in just yet. We will assign a family out to the tannery. That should open a clothing shop. That'll get us ever so closer to having level 2 burgage plots. Let's just focus on getting some timber here. I do think I'm going to do one more thing. I think I'm actually going to assign a livestock to the logging camp. We have 2 livestock that are kind of just chilling here. We'll have one that we're allowing to go out and build anything that comes in our way in terms of progress. But we have a lot of logs being cut down and nobody to kind of bring them back in for storage. So let's assign a permanent livestock to there. We We have currently nobody on the saw pit or the woodcutter's lodge, so we should just be able to gather some quick timber. And very shortly, we should be able to attract another family as well. So we have two. We currently have no plots. How are we on our task over here? Is that family going out there? It looks like they're going to gather. We probably want a family on... Do we have any supplies that need moving at the moment? Not really. So that should be fine. I think we're going to send another one to the logging facility, just so we can cut down timber very, very quickly, stock up. And then we'll probably want to start building some more burgage plots over here. I'm also considering getting this stonework underway before the wintry seasons. In fact, it's probably not a terrible idea to get that started. I want to overlay them on top of that. Let's plot that down now. Resources stolen, so they're stealing wood. So as soon as that number creeps into 20 men, we're going on a bit of a mission to clear up some of these ruthless bandits who keep stealing our supplies as we get closer to the winter months. Cool, so that's plotted down. We have a family available for that. Everything's flowing nicely. We should have... We don't have a fuel stall at the moment, but that's okay. I just want to get the timber, then we'll throw somebody back into wood cutting for the winter. I'm hopeful we'll get another family in, at least one more before we try and tackle the winter. Timber's going up. It's perfect. We need 10 planks. So I think I'm going to assign a family from the logging camp. We need a family to come by pretty quickly. Let's speed it up a little bit. How are we over here? Did we get everything out of there? We still haven't been able to get everything from over there. Let's have... Really need this figured out. That's okay. We'll keep an eye on it. They have other things that they're tending to. There he goes. He's going up there. He's going to transport berries. Transporting berries. So we have a couple people headed that way now. Hopefully we can clear that out, because I'd love to pop some people out of this granary into our stone cutting area. Look at the beautiful scenery now. Really deep into the fall season. Oh, you love it. You love it. All right, let's get somebody into the wood cutting. See if we can get that stall set back up. Because once that kicks off, we should be able to upgrade all 3 of these to level 2. And that'll give us an upgrade on Waldbrand itself into a medium village. We're still okay on supplies out there. 8 timber. Want to make sure that we always have construction reserves in there. Don't want to overdo it. Planks. Still need a lot of planks, but that's okay. Having that dedicated cattle is really nice, because basically you just grab them here, you take them out here, bring the logs back, and it's a very quick, nice and efficient working system that we've built. Got to get somebody over into the log cabin. In fact, I don't think we have anything being built, although we want somebody to maintain the cattle, so we'll leave that for now. Folks are trying to grow, it looks like, cabbages now. And it looks like we can upgrade some of these houses. We'll wait for this one here. I want to upgrade all 3 at once. It's important to pause your game when you're available to upgrade, because the problem that you run into is upgrading things will then convert it to number 2. And if you're not careful and you just upgrade 1, the priority of closeness relative to the market. So that how it works is it'll go in order. It'll basically be like, okay, we have X amount of food here. Whoever gets priority for food will be one house that's the closest, then the next closest, and it'll go down the list until it eventually hits everybody. If you don't have the supply, there's going to be houses that are further away that don't get those supplies. So you have to be very careful with where you put your marketplace. You have to be very careful with when you're upgrading your houses, because if I was just to upgrade this one, click level 2, it now becomes level 2, and it's going to need more resources than the other houses, and you risk losing the upgrade status on the other ones that are ready to be upgraded. So we've paused the game. We're going to go ahead and click upgrade on all 3 of these systems right here. We don't have enough wood for that one, so that should be okay because it's going to take a minute to upgrade them. See if we can't get a little bit more wood plotted in. I should have actually done the math on that, but that is perfectly okay as we approach November. Hoping a new family joins in. Extra workers are pretty critical all of a sudden. And just like that, a new family has plotted themselves in. I'm immediately going to send them to go help with the logging camp. And they have moved in right there. So we'll reassign some of these folks probably after the winter time. I don't see any immediate need at the moment. That forge hut is just not happening. They're bringing it back so slowly. I wish they had like a wheelbarrow or something. 3 timber. We should be very close. 4 timber. Perfect. We'll slow this back down and we'll click this before we have any issues. So all 3 of these are basically going to be torn to scrapped. They're going to be upgraded. You'll see it being built here, and we'll have some level 2 families, which is really exciting. And now we have 10 houses for 8 families, so we really got to start thinking about putting some more burgage plots in here shortly. We definitely need to get some more wood in desperately, because right now we're kind of out of luck when it comes to that. Rainy weather is making our workers work a little bit slower. How are we on animals? So he's still hunting way out there. Doing a great job on food. Our tannery's doing a great job supplying the leather. We haven't really had anybody available to go work on the stone cutting. That's not really the end of the world. We'll definitely want to keep an eye on that going forward. Let's speed this up, see if we can't get any progress for some of these guys. There we go. You can see the new building as a level 2 burgage plot is now successfully complete. And you can see it is a pretty big upgrade. It's got like these French style paneling. It actually has shingles on the roof instead of just this straw. And it makes a world of difference for your regional wealth as well. They can now actually start bringing you in money. So regional wealth, we have 4. Not bad at all. Bandit camps are still alive and well, so we'll definitely want to go keep an eye on our families. We currently have 15 men that we could send into a militia. We're not going to do that just yet. Lots of projects still underway, so just kind of keep it calm here for a minute. See if we can't progress this nicely. How much wood do we have now? We have 4 timber. We have not a lot of wood still, but we are consuming it twice as fast because of winter time. How are we doing on the berries over here? Wow, still very slow. I almost feel like rushing another. I feel like pulling him off. Let's put another one back into the granary in hopes that we can get those berries over before the snow, because once the snow lands, it's going to be really hard for our guys to traverse. It's going to be extra slow. There goes our another level 2 burgage plot, and this should, once it's complete, give us another very crucial development point. No storage left at the Woodcutter's Lodge. So, if that's the case, we're gonna pull off this gentleman to go bring all of his loot from there to there. Then we'll set him back as the woodcutter stalls. For now, the woodcutter stall is going to be empty. It's not the end of the world. We have lots of fuel. This should be done. Look at that. Approval rating is just skyrocketing. -2 on homelessness, so very, very shortly that should check off. In fact, I'm going to pull this guy off to help with construction. Get these done, and then we can set families to the fire cutter again. It seems like this is what I'm talking about. It's so far away that it's taking way too long. And there you have it. Waldbrand has now developed into a beautiful medium village, and we got a crucial development point. So let's have a gander as well. I think charcoal is still going to be very important, but with the winter coming, with getting clothing, with having such a robust animal area available to us, I feel like it'd be wrong not to capitalize on that. Orchard would be nice as well. Berries are too far away, so I'm not even going to think about the berry production. Beekeeping. Right now I'm torn between getting extra food and getting extra charcoal. But by getting extra food, we can then have people cut wood faster, that I feel like this wouldn't be as needed. So you know what? We talked about it in the last episode. We're going to stick to our guns. Advanced skinning is going to be beautiful because we are now going to get double the amount of meat harvested from our hunters. So each deer is going to be worth 2. That's massive. We do have to keep an eye on this because even though it's rich, we can't let this drop to a certain limit. We have it set to 8 at the moment, but sometimes I've seen it bug out where they do actually go a little more ham. But with that development point, we basically are going to set traps that'll give passive income, and that passive income of meat will be generated twice as much. It's great. You love to see that. Another burgage plot's done. This one's still under construction. How are we with emptying this? I think we might pull off... He's really not going in... Yeah. He's not grabbing the stuff as much as I hope he would, but we also have some construction, so we might kind of just be stuck in this loop of too many tasks and not enough busy workers to go out and do it. Another merchant traveling by. He might stop at our merchant store. Although, in order for the merchants to work, I kind of think you need a trading post. We'll have a look. He's about to approach now as the bell for our church is ringing. December has officially been upon us. And there you go. We got another family join us. That is perfect. You love to see that. We have 11 timber to work with as well. So I think this is the perfect opportunity to pause the game and just relocate this up to the top. The reason for that is we just don't want the workers to have to do too much. Let's go ahead and speed that up. We have 4 families now. So if we have 4 families, let's put somebody back on the fuel cutter. So we now have somebody in the storehouse getting the woodcutter stuff. We have a woodcutter cutting it. Still don't have anybody in the saw pit. That is slowly but surely being drained. And because winter is almost here, let's throw one more hunter in there to try and salvage as much food before the snow really starts to fall. And I feel like I predicted that happening. It is starting to pile up. You'll see it start to pool in some of the valleys here. Let's throw a family into the stonecutter's camp. See if we can't start getting a surplus of stone. I think we need to prioritize this, though. Actually, let's take that family out just quickly and help with the construction. So we have 3 burgage plots at level 2, which theoretically open up all these level 2 ones, but we're going to keep these as our vegetable gardens because that's a big time help when we're in non-winter seasons. These guys are doing their best to get all those berries. I don't have somebody working there, right? Good. It's off season. We won't have any berries being spawned there. Hunting is... Okay, let's pull somebody off there now because it's a little too much. I might throw somebody else in the tannery just to get some even more clothing going. Logging camp is good. We just got to wait for all this. We'll throw somebody back in the logging camp. Hopefully they can move all these supplies over to the logging camp relatively quickly. And these bloody bandits, man, they are pain in my side. We now have 17 men I'm coming for you guys shortly. Some epic music again. So we got to keep an eye on our burgage plots. We have 10 families, 10 housing spots for 9 families. I think we need to start considering at least plotting down the land. It doesn't need to be a priority, but I think we want to fill in the rest of this little area. I think that's perfect. Let's go ahead and plot that down. Yeah, so you can see the food hit these houses first. That's why these ones are suffering to get some food supplies. We also just had families move in, so it's not like it's the end of the world and they're not getting fed. They just moved in. Our food supply just needs to hit the demand for it. Gotta be careful with that, just in case a bug does screw us over a little bit. 19 berries left there, so the granary should be filled pretty soon. How are we on fuel? Lots of fuel still. We have 41. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Let's make these guys' lives just a little easier by throwing a road up there. We also are going to plot out a forester hut so we can basically we'll have people go to work who will... Actually, let's keep this centralized. We'll work that. You can actually see a lot of trees are already kind of self-planting. I wonder if that's just because of how dense the forest was, seeds are dropping, because I didn't expect this many trees to just be popping up, which means we probably only need one forester to actually go plant more. But it's good to see that we have quite a bit there helping out. We need one more family to help with the saw pit, and then I think we'll be in a pretty good spot. Pause it there. I'm going to pull a guy off here and send him to the stone cutter to start getting that situated. Like I said, once we get into springtime, we'll worry about relocating families to certain locations. We definitely want to do that. It's a management thing that I truly live and breathe by, is you should have your families who are doing certain jobs in certain locations. Otherwise, you risk getting cluttered. I have nobody in the saw pit. We have quite a bit of firewood all of a sudden, and he does not have a stall. So I'm actually going to send this man to the saw pit for a little bit and see if we can get some planks to upgrade some necessary items. Still sitting on 17 men. We currently have 20 in the ways of shields and spears. So 20 is the number I'm looking for men. Then we'll make a journey. I don't even want to do it in the winter anyway, because they'll just get extremely tired, and then the war will be pretty much unsuccessful. So you see these fine folks over here bringing stones over, cutting them all up. Like I said, we have how many here? 873 to get through, so we might as well start on that soon. Got our new houses being developed. A fully functioning tannery. We have a hunter still doing his thing. Some of these will be available for level 2 at a time. Everybody's pretty happy. Clothing is still a little sparse, but that's just because we're working on getting our leather brought over. Pretty happy with what we got. I actually forgot to reassign the livestock for this. We're just gonna keep rolling. I'm not gonna set priorities. We'll let the folks decide what's more important to them to build. We hit January, brand new year, year 2 now. And we still don't have all the berries. That needs to be moved. As soon, I'm hoping by the end of February, it'll be empty. We can move it, and then while the berries start to grow, we'll be a lot closer. Because right now, that is easily the most that's not a good look. That's really, really not a good look. Hey, a new food stall just opened up, so we got 4 new stalls. Lots of food. Even in the winter, we have 81% variety. We're doing really well. I'm pretty happy so far with what we got. I still want to upgrade this storehouse, but we need a few more planks. Hopefully once the new spring months roll around, we'll have some new people fill out all of these burgage plots that we have. I don't think I'm going to upgrade all of them to level 2 because level 1 villagers are very useful for certain activities. Storage is full. Again, the stone cutter. Okay, well, you can come off there and you can go work here to help fill that up for us. Wow, you worked extremely fast. That's impressive, man. Trading routes will be definitely an agenda here in the coming months. We'll want to start exporting some of those stone to other places that might need them. I think we have just about everything we need. It's now just a matter of putting all the pieces together, simulating a little bit, seeing what makes sense to build from there. Our storehouse is going to be full up here very shortly, so if we can start getting some planks in, how much more do we need? 2? We need 2 more pieces of plank from the saw pit. It does have a log currently in it. 10 families now. You'll love to see it. With 19 family members. Oh, baby. In March, we ride. I love how we have just free buildings there. That's almost a cheat code. So our forester's hut is complete, but I don't think I really need to assign somebody just yet. Although having somebody there might not be the worst idea. We have 13 planks. Where else do we have? Did he move all of his stone over? He's not moved any stone over. It's because this is what I was talking about earlier, and managing this is so important. Basically, we assigned another guy to the storehouse. He went to our storehouse and was like, we have so many materials to sell. I'm going to set up another booth. So his unit, which has 3 people in it, basically lost somebody because we have somebody working in the marketplace. So now we only have 2 people to transport, 1 to bring stuff to the market from the storehouse, 1 to work the market, and we only have 1 person now from each of these families going to these locations to grab the items that we're building. So the management of this is just so good. I love every second of it. We are going to upgrade to the large storehouse immediately, get that under wraps. How are we on animals over here? Down to 10. I think we'll pull this man out for a little bit and help with some construction. Because it's in the winter months. We'll give the animals a little bit of time. He doesn't have a stall set up, so we'll give them time to reproduce. We have some houses here we can upgrade, but we want to make sure that we have lots of timber. Let's actually just sign somebody right here, and for the next little bit, tell them to replant trees in this radius right here. So they'll go sprinkle some saplings in there, plant some seeds. We can upgrade this once we get clay. We know we have a clay deposit pretty close. And I think the first order of business before we start our springtime affairs is to go clear out those bandit camps and get ourselves some wealth. We have 19 now, so that's probably enough. We should have a family move in February, assuming that our approval rating stays where it is, which it is.
Poor quality, you say? Impossible.
Is this finally cleared out? This last person should be able to take the last 6 there. Then we can pull somebody from... Although we do have 2 stalls, 1 selling meat, 1 selling berries, which is pretty effective. More importantly, I just want to relocate this. Okay, I'm actually going to relocate it now. 4 berries is not bad.
Why do I have to carry this alone?
Well, you could use a cart, but I don't know if carts are effective in the winter time. You can see our animal population has definitely shrunk a little bit, but they should be able to reproduce pretty quickly, being a rich deposit of it. I'm super happy with what we got so far. This is really exciting. We will not forget, like, we are still 14 months worth of food. On top of that, we have these massive gardens in the backyard. We need some more wealth to be able to plot a new one, which we actually have. So I'm going to go and start that now. So hopefully it's all tilled and ready to go as the snow melts, and then it'll be ready to go for the seasons. And we got a new family moving as well. So this is great. We should have more than enough families now. We will send somebody back. Apparently this family didn't get assigned. Interesting. Oh, no. That doesn't make sense to me. I'm going to send one more person to the storehouse once it's complete. Need 2 more level 2 houses to get another point. We have how much timber? 21 timber? Okay. Let's think about this. How many of these do we actually want to convert? How many can we convert? Almost all of them. I don't want all of them, so we'll pick 1, 2. Let's just do 3 more for now to have a nice healthy mix of... It's not healthy, but we could always plot some lower houses here shortly. We also have a few houses that have nobody moved in, so that'll be level 1 families. All right. We still have 9 timber. Planks are still... He's still going with the planks. I mean, we have quite a few planks now, actually. Let's try and get this storehouse complete. There we go. They're starting to pull out the items from our stone cutting facility. Look at that. I just... Let's have a quick peek while we're in the winter months. It's always fun to kind of take it in from... Look at all the animals. That's so sick. All right, well, they're saying the exact same thing. Competing vendors, different hunting families. Everybody's just in good spirits. The winter months are almost behind us. We've survived year 1. Our beautiful new storage house being built. Let's go. How's our animals doing? It's probably not the right months for that. Yeah, those aren't even growing, so let's try and speed this up just a smidge. We got 2 families hard at work. Our storehouse is now complete. So now that that's complete, we should have this clear out very quickly. Anything else we're building? It looks like everything else is done. So this should be primary priority. We should see a cattle start to pull that out.
Keep your hearth warm and your home cozy.
Right on. This is great. Everything is coming up Millhouse. I just think this being here will be a little bit better. We probably also want to put another house or a storage granary. We probably should get that going as well. Which firewood do we have? Where's fuel? 83. We really need an ox to pull this, don't we? I'm going to pull the ox from the log camp for a moment. I'm going to assign it straight to the saw pit to start getting some planks built out, because planks, basically the reason why planks are a little slow is every time you need wood for either one of these, you have to pull a piece of wood with an ox, bring it over, wait for the family to get back there, cut it up. But the saw pit can only house 1 item, so they'll leave, wait for a log storage, but because you need an ox to bring, again, coming back to ox being the all-important resource here, you need to bring an ox out here, grab the, oh, these bloody bandits just sold 14 leather. But you need to bring a fallen tree here, then to here, then you need to do it, and then you need to transition it over to the storehouse. So it's getting really annoying seeing these bandits stealing all of my resources every couple weeks. But as the snow starts to melt, the hustle and bustle of the new season is upon us. Let's just speed this up a little bit. We will go ahead and create our militia, at least get them ready. We have 20 men who can fight. That should be more than enough. Wait for the snow to just cut down a little bit more, and we're going to go on a bandit spree. There we go. Forager hut is back. You love to see it. A little bit closer to some civilization. Hopefully that'll help with having them so far away and transporting. We have 2 families still. We have enough houses for now. We'll put some houses on this side as well, with probably maybe orchards. We need 1 more level 1 or higher and a level 2 or higher. I think this will convert it. Once these builds are done, I just did the math in my head. I think once these are done, we're gonna get another point. Because currently this doesn't count for anything, right? A new message. Another ruler's army was spotted. That's actually not great. Raiders nearby. We've received reports of band of raiders roaming the nearby lands. Should we track their steps? Of course we will, because if his army was spotted way up there, they're going after bandits. Without a doubt, they're going after bandits. We need to make a move to get some of our own wealth right now. So we need to go here. We need to grab our army. We're going to make a march as we're going to rally right at the end of town there. Now, production's going to slow down just a bit, which you're not a huge fan of. But we gotta clear these guys out. So what this means, we are now technically in a wartime situation where we are going to lose every single one of our family members that are male, which is 20 soldiers. I know we have more than that technically, but we only have weaponry for 20 of them. And that means that the only people left behind to try and do our early spring chores are the women. So we need to act quickly. We need to get our troops back home safely. But I've had enough of them clearing out my my storage. So you can see that there's a couple different things we see on the militia here. It's their morale is pretty high. They're surrounded by trees, which they don't like, so we're going to want to fight in the open. Fatigue is affecting their effectiveness, so we're not going to want to push in too quickly yet. We'll probably enter in through the forest, and then we're going to give them a good couple minutes to rest up. And just as I say that, we had a new family move in, so let's get the hunting camp back going. What else needs attention? Anything? I got to reassign all these guys here shortly, which we will definitely do. The berries are going to start to grow now, which means by the end of March, they should be ripe for the picking. We currently have 11 timber. We have a lot of planks, so I'm going to pull off the livestock and put the livestock back here. We still have enough firewood for the time being. Pretty happy with how we're developing this city, but right now, this is our focus. These guys are going to make a move, and we're going to try and fight these bandits. They're going to meet us in combat as soon as we get close enough. So we're going to let these guys just rest here for a few minutes. I do not want them to go in with fatigue, because that's just going to kill them. Quite literally will kill them. But let the rooster banners fly. We will not have our hard-earned supplies taken from ruthless bandits. It's time to make a stand. We still have these being built, but again, that's going to give us a plot point here, a development point here in just a moment. I'm going to get these guys up to about 80% fatigue, and then we're going to move into the open field, and I'm hoping that we can draw out the bandits that are over here. Where's the... Yeah, he's making a move on them, so we don't have a lot of time to deal with this. So actually, I'm going to make a play now and hope that I draw them out. Which I did. All right, boys. This is it. They're sending 16 bandits. You've only known each other for a little time. We have cohesion, baby. Here they come. A band of angry brigands. Our effectiveness is a little bit lower, but we got the numbers. Come on, guys. They're getting excited. Welcome to wartime here in Manor Lords. Here they come. Hold your ground, boys. Engage. Come on, guys, you can do this. There we go. We killed one of them. Our settlement increased, but we'll take... Actually, we should pause it and figure that out because we don't want to miss an opportunity. We're also just gonna... I'm gonna go straight for all 3 of these leatherworking ones, and then we'll go down here into other categories. So basically, what that allows us now is every single trap is going to collect hides and 2 meat. That's like, we're gonna have so much meat ready for the taking. And what's amazing about this guy's army is it looks like he doesn't have the rotund yet. I don't see the rotund anywhere. Rotund is from having your own castle. He hired all these guys. And if that's the case and we can clear this out, then we've done really well for ourselves. We don't want any of our men to die, but unfortunately that does happen in wartime. We are absolutely crushing them though. There we go. So we have won this first fight. Let's go claim our spoils before the Baron's troops get here. Let's go. Let's go. Exhilarating, man. We got level 2. We are now a large village. Small town's going to be a little ways away. Berries should be ripening up here soon, so we're going to set one of our families to go do the foraging. We can kind of leave it and forget it here for a moment. We just gained 320 influence for doing that. I think part of it was building the church, if I'm not mistaken. Let's speed these little guys out. Remember, we still have an army behind us coming in. There we go. New message. Spoils of war. When searching through the enemy belongings, you find a stash of goods. They can be sent to your people who surely need them, though it is your right to keep it. Well, since our target is getting two bandit camps, we're arguably going to get 2 stashes of goods. I'm going to send the first one to me. And why that's important, so we'll pause it here quickly, is I now have 193 of my own money that I can now use to collect taxes, or use for getting my own personal army, so we don't have to use our villagers. I can use it to buy mercenaries. Basically, I took that as a defense mechanism in case bandits decide to attack me. Now that that one's clear, same thing. We want to get into a position where we're not too close to the enemy and give these guys a little bit of a rest, because this man is hiring military from all around the world. We also have a military over, or a Burgund over there, but we'll speed this up. We'll stop these guys here, and then we'll press to attack. And we got out way in advance of this guy, which is great. Well, they're already out. So if they're already out, we don't have a lot of time to rest. But we have 106% effectiveness because we were moving downhill. We're resting. So, I mean, fatigue is not great, but here we go. Another battle. I think we'll be okay. We have some good cohesion. They've been in battle together. They have the experience. Now we're just trying to escape with as few casualties as possible, but the boys are doing a great job. 13 left for the bandits. This man's not even helping his army. We still have not lost any of our if we can escape both of this without losing a single man, which we did, what a successful raid on these camps. Let's freaking go, baby. And this guy has wasted all of his money. He's going to start making a play for over there, and I think we're going to let him have that one. But what a successful trip. Let's go. You love to see that. You freaking love to see that, man. All right, I think it's time that we start reassigning some of these folks. This is a warehouse worker. Oh, he's off to war. Actually, there's no point in reassigning them until we know where the men are going to work. So let's speed this up. Let's go get our spoils of war. That was a very, very successful march. You hate going to war, but sometimes when the bandits are just straight up stealing our stuff, making it harder for us to live, you got to get a little aggressive. We have 640 influence all of a sudden. And what's even better is we just prepared for the attack and we succeeded it down here as our mission. and we will give this gratefully back to the town. They did well. That's a big amount of money to go send to them. We'll use that as upgrades, and we're just going to send our troops home, and we will disband our militia as soon as they get home. I can't believe we just went to war with them and didn't lose a single family member. How awesome is that? Now, back in the homeland, we seem to be running short on some supplies, so I'm actually going to pull this guy off. We don't need any more planks at the moment. Let's take this guy out here and help get some more timber, because we do need some more timber. Let's throw another family member into the hunting. And once those guys get home, again, everything slows down when you're at war. You have half, if not less. We have more than half of our soldiers were out to war. Or not soldiers, family members. Regional wealth gain just from having level 2 plots just went up 120. Let's go. Okay, so we have import. Another thing I just realized what we need is our own castle. That's something that we do need to build. First things first, we need to plan out this area. I think we're going to build basically what we have on this side over here as well. Where do we want our little manor to be? I need to get these troops home. Oh, what are you? Whoa! Hello?
Advance!
Did that just open up again? Ooh, they opened another one.
March!
We're not done, folks. We're going to have the help of these guys as well.
Attack! Kill them!
Help us. Yes, the archers, get them. We're going to hit them from behind. He hired so many archers that are just going to plow these guys down. All right, we got to go claim this as quickly as possible. This is so painful. March is just a war month, apparently, but we just got we almost have enough to claim a territory because of all these fights. It requires 1,000 estate claim to a certain region. And we're going to give this back to the people as well. Great job, army. Now get your butts home. Let's freaking go. Oh, man. I did not expect to go to war that much, but back on the home front, what do we got? Let's slow things down. Let's make sure our families are all happy. We got lots of hunting going on. The berries are being assembled. What's this? Oh, he's pulling supplies from where our last forge was. Yeah, that's fine. Music is super epic all of a sudden. I'm having a blast. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. Let's figure out what we want next. Probably next episode, we're going to focus entirely on trade routes. We'll start trading out some of the stone that we're acquiring, things like that. But I think we want to match what we have on the other side. Plot that down. There's absolutely no rush to get that in. We're kind of short on timber. Remember, we're waiting for our poor troops to get home, but what an effort. Sometimes living in these times are not always the easiest. What do we fail here? Burger Supplies approval. Check the rating. Yeah, I mean, we don't have the people home. We need to get them home. Get these approval ratings back up. Lack of administrative buildings. Don't worry, we're going to be planting that here in just a moment. People want us to see it. Okay, now that they're back on our land, thank you for your efforts, troops. Get yourselves back home. Enjoy some nice food, some comfort of your own beds. They got a long run home from there as well. That's like multiple week travel. You almost feel bad sending them super far that way, but for the Baron, he hired a whole bunch of troops. They technically helped us, so we got to give him some praise for that. But for him, that is kind of a waste of money. They're only going to get one camp out of it. We're really close to claiming another territory. We're feeling pretty damn good about it. Now let's get our boys home. Where are they? There they come. They're all going to get home. April, let's get the boys back working. We now have 36 family members that are all going to be fully functional, fully developed. And a new family's already moving in, so I mean, holy jumpins. Are they back? Are they all back home now? I believe so. So once I know for sure they're back and we have some market stalls, everything is going well. Actually, one thing I am gonna do is we're gonna pick one of these guys and we're gonna give them the backyard of clothing. Converts all inhabitants to artisans, blocking them from being assigned. So we're gonna lose them as a worker, but I think it's important that we start getting, I mean, Taylor's Workshop enables production of clothes and cloaks. Being claimed. Where is this man claiming Immenruth? He has enough influence to claim Immenruth? Are we okay with him claiming that? I feel like we're okay with him claiming that. I'm trying to look at what other resources are around. I feel like this one's the better one to claim, so I'm not gonna say, I'm gonna let him have Immenruth. Okay, what were we looking at? We were looking at this. I don't know what's required to get converts all inhabitants to artisans for clothes and cloaks. I feel like with the leather coming in, that cobbler's workshop, I don't know what's required for both of these though. Does it say? I mean, we'll probably want that, and we'll probably want, I don't want to do both right now, but I don't know if I just chose the right thing or not. We'll see. How much resources do we have? We need more timber badly. How much fuel do we have? Are we cutting down too much fuel? We're not. Another ruler's army was sighted. Yeah, we know he's gonna do a lot through Immenruth right now, so it's probably gonna keep popping up. I'm aware that our stalls don't have this supply at the moment, but give me a break, folks. War was successful. Trust me, in the long run, it'll be super worth. Let's have a look, see if there's any more bandit camps, though, because I can hire mercenaries now to go take care of them. There's not. As soon as we see another bandit camp, we're gonna try and go get our wealth up. Although, if we can create our own manor, then I'm pretty sure we'll be in a good spot. In fact, I think I'm gonna order another cattle. Let's get 3 cattle going. It's that time of the playthrough where we're starting to hurt just a little bit more. How are we doing out here, guys? Pretty solid. Pretty solid over there as well. It might not be a bad idea to invest in getting a forager's hut upgrade. That way we can have medicine coming into our town as well. Oh wow, what an episode. I feel like super inspired. So here we go. So linen. So looks like we made the wrong choice because we don't actually have linen. That kind of sucks. Gambeson's cloaks. I mean, eventually. That sucks. I should have figured that clothing was linen. We'll want to get this up in the next episode as well and start getting some... Trading is going to be huge in its own because we'll have the ability to import things that we don't have access to. But now that we have some timber coming in, the last thing I want to do in this episode is start plotting down our manor. I think we can afford it. Nope. We need a lot more planks than I thought. Oh, we'll have to wait a few minutes here. That gives us time to figure out where the heck... Wait, why? How did I... Apparently I used up all of the... Why is that family not getting anything? Is it just because we had people at war and it's taking a long time to restock all these? That must be what it is, because I see carts going everywhere. They should be happy soon, hopefully. I'm trying to appease you guys. I'm trying. How many planks do we have now? 21 planks. That should be more than enough. So let's take the cow off there. Put the cow back on there. Take the extra man. Throw them back in the woodcutter's lodge. Now we have enough resources to plot down our beautiful administration manor. My question remains, where in the heck do we want that? Do we want it up on this hill? Like somewhere here, and then we can build houses around it? That might be cool. There we go. We can add a whole bunch of cool castle walls and things like that. It costs an arm and a leg, so for now, I'm just gonna build it with the way it is, just a normal administration building. We'll worry about taxing buildings and such later on. I'm gonna pull a hunter out of here, and we're gonna make that the highest to finish that up in this building. Sorry, in this episode. There we go. We should have 3 cattle coming here shortly. How exciting. This is gonna take a little bit, so we're gonna leave it on full speed. They want that, I mean, they're loving the approval. They just want that administrative public order. We do not want our public order to fall too low. Otherwise, we risk our citizens being too mad and they'll stop working and chaos. We have so much money and things to work with. Another new family moving in, so we got lots of construction workers now, so this should go up relatively quickly. You can see all of our things being delivered as we speak. I almost feel like we want a road out the back here as well. Awesome. This is so cool. We have so much gardens, which is going to give us just a natural supply of vegetables. Again, berries are kind of just our secondary one. We don't even really need anybody but one person doing this. Kind of feel bad for the family. They got to travel. They got to travel super far away, but at the end of the day, I do not know why this guy is not meeting the demands. Like, we have so many items here, and my dude is just not happy. Like, how is that the only house that they have not? Come on. Hopefully they figure it out. I feel like, wait, this is full. It's just the. I really wish they didn't show the log storage, because like, it's not like he's gonna go get another log while it's full there. I feel like that's a bit of a glitch. Here we go. Our manor's being built. This is gonna push us over the edge. So close. Need 2 stones to come in. Here we go. And just like that, we now have policies. We now have administration building. We'll put a fuel reserve in there. Does the church need a fuel reserve? No. I don't know what else will need a fuel reserve. That's something we'll have to keep in mind. So we have people that'll now work at the administration building. Lorenz and Thomas, they're going to reside there. There are people that work at our manor. We can now do land tax. We can now do tithe. We're not going to do land tax for a while. It's pretty egregious. Tithe is basically you take an X percentage of your food every month to gain influence. That's something that's not bad. We'll probably start that at 2%. We just got to make sure that we're keeping an eye on these things. But the good news is we have 1,000 influence, and before this young man decides to take this over, we're gonna claim this beautiful land for our own. Eichenhau is going to join Waldbrand, assuming that the other leader doesn't decide that, hey, that's a little unfair. We actually need somebody working here as well. Waiting. Herman's waiting. We'll throw somebody in the reforger as forester as well, just to get some more trees planted. We had a family member join. We're up to 50. Everything is looking so beautiful. Let's go. I just want to see if we claim Eichenhau, and we'll call it there. We'll be able to start a new village. We can start capitalizing on the rich deposits here, which are both wild animals again, and iron, which iron is a big one because we don't really have any here. We have very limited supply. Got some new burgage plots. We're going to go ahead and expand those to include more people. I probably won't bump these ones up to level 2 just yet because we kind of have a nice healthy mix. And then realistically, there's no point until we start pumping out some of these other things. The church can be upgraded in the next episode as well. We'll focus on getting this clay deposit cleaned out. I think the next episode is trading, farming, getting clay under wraps, building a new thing in Eichenhau as we set ourselves up for some bigger and bolder ambitions. This is exciting. This is very, very exciting. I kind of want to invest in some apple orchards. I don't know. I feel like actually that might be a waste just because we have these gardens and we're claiming another land with even more meat. He's doing well. We probably want to find a way to import some other forms of clothing. So we need to get started with some farmland badly. But all in all, very, very happy. We are so close to claiming this. Everything seems to be functioning in good spirits. We met their administrative needs. We're back at 100% public order. I don't think the policies are very fleshed out yet. Wild animals on rich deposits breed twice as fast at the cost of 50% reduced yields from crops. I mean, that policy is definitely not bad for us. In fact, I'm going to sign that policy. Hopefully it doesn't piss off the other Baron. In just a moment, we will have our second region. Immenruth claimed by the Baron. Eichenhau claimed by Michael von Webb. And we now have a game at our hands. Another thing I just thought of is we're probably going to want to plot down another well here soon. I don't want to risk this all going to shambles. So before I forget, next episode, we will just plot another well down somewhere. Hey, there we go. Multiple region management. You can quickly cycle between your regions with T. And we are going to figure that out next game. Next time we're on. I do just want to plot down this well. We have one over here. Let's get one right in the middle of town in case things start to go ass over tea kettle. Wait, let me cancel that. Why did it turn back the other way? Turn the other way. Dang it. I don't know if that matters. I feel like it wouldn't let me plot it if it did matter. Why is it not letting me turn this? It's like trying to. Whatever. I'll just move it over one spot. I'm not too picky. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for this video. We just saw Waldbrand expand exponentially. We are now a thriving, what are we, a medium town? We're a large village looking for the small town. But lots of fun things planned ahead. We have our agenda for next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Keep commenting down below. Let's continue to learn this game together. Give me some tips and tricks you want me to try out. I'm all open ears. That was a very successful video. Until the next one, make sure you guys take care of yourself, and we will catch you back here for part 3 of Manor Lords. Bye, guys.